Hello, everybody. I'm here with an update on these storms currently in eastern Oklahoma and North Texas. Some of these storms still harbor the possibility for a couple of tornadoes, damaging winds, and some small hail up here in eastern Oklahoma. About down here in west central Texas, we have new storm development. This is what's going to help spark major storms tonight into tomorrow that will continue to produce the possibilities for tornadoes, damaging winds, and some small hail. The main concern being tornadoes and wind. And going on into the future forecast, we can see these storms continuing to kind of organize in southwest Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. But this radar is also pulling up a second or possibly third wave here in central Oklahoma in the very early morning hours, talking 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning with these storms, where the school kids like myself going out in the mornings, beware for a possible few brief tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, and some small hail. But going later on into the day of Monday, we see this convective system going on in West Oklahoma, Northwest Texas. That's going to be the biggest threat to overnight into tomorrow morning, as we see this system really start to organize right over central Oklahoma, Northwest Texas. That is going to be the greatest threat for tornadoes and damaging wind gusts, as there still is a boundary here, and along with the low-level jets really increasing it tonight and into tomorrow. And as these storms continue moving to the east, it continues to organize, and we could see a lot of more discrete, isolated activity in these storms. And that's what's really going to get that tornado threat going as well. And going into tomorrow afternoon and evening, or late afternoon and evening, these storms go into eastern Oklahoma and northeast Texas. Their tornado activity will really begin to ramp up, and there will be the possibility for a couple of strong tornadoes. And going into the significant tornado parameter here in Texas and Oklahoma, you could still see at this time some of that low-level shear and tornado parameter going up down there in southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. Going into the overnight hours, though, we start to see it bubble up there in southern Oklahoma. And as this goes into central Oklahoma, we continue seeing these blues and even some yellows and oranges. What that means is it's a weak to about moderate strength as it really builds up there along the Red River into central Oklahoma, where we see that kind of isolated, discrete kind of formation within the storms. And this will all eventually move out. During the day, we still see, look at that, a lot of oranges and reds in there around midday to early afternoon. And as this continues moving to the east, it really ramps up there in eastern Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and it all fizzles out later on into the Midwest. Going into the Storm Prediction Center, Oklahoma City, Abilene, Fort Sill, Norman, Tulsa, still under a level 2 slight risk. This was updated a little while ago, and they're still under a 5% tornado risk. That 10% tornado risk down there in the southeast, that should be allowed to kind of fizzle out, if not increase to the northwest and west when that tornado parameter goes up there in central Oklahoma and southern Oklahoma. We can still see a strong tornado or two if some of these cells can really soak into that unstable atmosphere and the low-level shear and produce possibly a strong tornado or two. Wind still got a 30% risk there for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. That might be able to increase off to the northwest and west as well. Can't guarantee it. And we'll also have the major hail threat as well. We can have tennis ball plus size hail in southwest Oklahoma and northwest Texas. This is when the cells first begin to develop and track east northeast. But looking into tomorrow, getting an early look, we have another level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk in northeast Texas up into southwest Missouri. Tornado risk is increased. It does have a 10% hatched risk, so there is a confident possibility for a couple of strong tornadoes. Like I said, if any cells can fire off that main line or even embed itself in the line just right, we can still see a strong tornado or two. Winds, we do have a 30% risk there, ranging from northeast Texas into southwest Missouri. And this is Monday, by the way, guys. And in that area, we can see 60 to 70, 75, or even 80 mile per hour winds. Hail isn't a big threat, but it is the highest threat for it will be from central Oklahoma down to central Texas. And if I can, I will go live at least tomorrow when I can, when I get home and these storms are still up and flaring around. I will be live. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified of all live streams and uploads.